Relationships are long and there are also ebbs and flows, right? So I think sometimes people who date don't realize that, in long-term relationships, you're gonna have deep dip and you're gonna have
a bad year.
You're gonna have a bad. I tell people.
From the moment Michelle Obama stepped into the White House, she became one of the most scrutinized figures in modern politics. Despite her efforts to maintain a scandal-free legacy, controversy always seemed to find her, whether through rumors about Barack Obama's personal life, unexpected security breaches, or even something as simple as her fashion choices. And while she's handled criticism with grace, the spotlight hasn't always been kind. Now, as past scandals resurface and new controversies gain traction, Michelle Obama finds herself at the center of public debate once again. But is she really to blame, or is she just an easy target? Stay tuned as we dive into the biggest scandals and controversies surrounding the former First Lady, some that shocked the nation and others that she never saw coming. Michelle Obama was wrapped up in a Secret Service controversy. Sometimes Michelle Obama doesn't have to lift a finger to find herself at the center of a controversy. Even years after Barack Obama left office, scandals seem to follow her. In 2024, she was unexpectedly dragged into a bizarre incident involving the Obamas' Hawaii home, where a Secret Service agent allegedly violated protocol by bringing his girlfriend onto the property. In her self-published memoir, Undercover Heartbreak, a memoir of trust and trauma, author Cornelia Duanyen shared shocking claims about her ex-boyfriend, referred to by the pseudonym Dale, who worked as part of the Obamas' security detail. According to Duanyen, while stationed at the Obamas' Hawaii mansion in 2022, Dale tried to impress her with an outlandish suggestion, sneaking into Michelle Obama's private bathroom for an intimate encounter while the former First Lady was away. "We should have sex in Michelle Obama's bathroom like a mile-high club," she recalled him saying. Duanyen also claimed that during her time with Dale, she gained access to confidential details about Michelle Obama's personal routine, including when she attended Orange Theory classes, had private tennis lessons, and worked with her personal trainer. What may have seemed like a thrilling secret at first quickly became a serious breach of security. Eventually, Duanyen decided to report the incident to her boyfriend's superior. The fallout was swift. According to a Secret Service spokesperson, as soon as they were made aware of the violation, the agent was immediately suspended and, following an investigation, terminated. Michelle Obama can't escape her husband's cheating rumors. Michelle Obama's marriage has been a topic of speculation for years, especially as Barack Obama's political career skyrocketed. Over time, she's been pulled into various affair rumors, despite having no direct involvement in them. One of the most notable claims came from Pulitzer Prize-winning historian David J. Garrow's 2017 biography, Rising Star: The Making of Barack Obama. In the book, Garrow interviewed Barack's former girlfriend, Sheila Miyoshi Jager, who revealed that he had proposed to her twice before meeting Michelle. "In the winter of '86, when we visited my parents, he asked me to marry him," Jager recalled. She declined, feeling she wasn't ready. Their relationship became strained before Barack left for Harvard Law School, but according to Garrow, he proposed to her again, this time out of desperation. The book also alleged that Barack and Jager continued seeing each other in the early 1990s, even after he had started dating Michelle, something Jager admitted left her feeling guilty. Michelle and Barack are living separate lives. Michelle Obama has never been a fan of politics, so it's no surprise that she's moved on from life in Washington, D.C. These days, her focus seems to be firmly set on Hollywood, and she has plenty keeping her busy there. The Obamas' production deal with Netflix has already brought success, including an Academy Award win for American Factory, and Michelle has no plans to slow down. What's the format that people come together and learn? It's movies, it's short films, it's stories, she said at the 2024 CAA Amplify Summit in Ojai, California. She made it clear that she's committed to being a part of the Hollywood landscape and broadening the types of stories that get told. While Michelle has embraced her new life in Los Angeles, Barack's focus has largely remained in Washington. In the latter half of 2024, he was busy campaigning for Kamala Harris, attending Jimmy Carter's funeral, and even making an appearance at Donald Trump's inauguration. He did pop up in LA in December for a date night with Michelle, but that was the last time the two were publicly seen together that year. Lately, reports have suggested that the former first couple is leading separate lives. Speculation kicked into high gear when Michelle was noticeably absent from Carter's funeral. Her spokesperson said she was vacationing in Hawaii, but the timing raised eyebrows. The rumors only intensified when she skipped Trump's inauguration, though, considering her well-documented feelings about him, it's safe to say she probably had no interest in making an appearance. Michelle and Barack are preparing for a divorce. Rumors have been swirling that Michelle and Barack Obama are headed for a quiet split. Barack is ready to move on, and Michelle is too. She sacrificed so much for him over the years, and she's finally putting herself first, an anonymous source told Radar in January 2025. Another insider claimed, "They're already separated and living apart. Divorce will come later and quietly. For them to admit the failure is quite humiliating." Taking things to an even more dramatic level, a third source alleged that their relationship took a turn for the worse after Michelle refused to give in to Barack's push for her to run for president. He's been blaming her for Trump's victory ever since, they claimed. Despite the gossip, the couple hasn't publicly addressed the rumors. However, Barack shared a heartfelt birthday tribute to Michelle in January 2025. "Happy birthday to the love of my life at Michelle Obama. You fill every room with warmth, wisdom, humor, and grace. And you look good doing it. I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventures with you. Love you." He captioned a photo of them together. Just days later, Michelle also maintained a united front, though in a different way. In an Instagram post honoring Hadia Pendleton, a 15-year-old girl who was shot and killed in 2013, she wrote, "To this day, Barack and I still think about her story. That's why we are proud to honor her legacy through the Hadia Pendleton Winter Garden at the Obama Presidential Center." Barack cheated on Michelle with Jennifer Aniston. One of the wildest rumors to emerge in 2024 was the bizarre claim that Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama were having an affair. The gossip originated from In Touch Weekly in August with a dramatic cover story titled "The Truth About Jen and Barack." The magazine went on to claim that Michelle betrayed as Aniston steals her husband's attention, adding fuel to the fire with bullet points like "they're obsessed with each other" and "power circles in Washington and Hollywood can't stop gossiping." However, as the Daily Beast pointed out, the rumor about Obama's love life actually dates back more than a decade. It first appeared in The Economist, a British publication known for its dry wit. The satirical piece had not only linked Obama to Aniston, but also threw in Hillary Clinton and Katie Couric as alleged love interests, making it clear that the entire thing was a joke. Aniston, who has spent years dodging outlandish tabloid stories, likely found this one amusing. If nothing else, at least she wasn't rumored to be pregnant with twins again. Still, she made sure to shut it down during an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live in October 2024. Of all the calls you get from your publicist, where you're just like, "Oh no, what's it going to be?" Or the email saying some cheesy tabloid is going to make up a story, and then it's that, she joked. Aniston made it clear there was absolutely no truth to the rumor, adding that she's only met Barack once and quipping, "I know Michelle more than him." Michelle Obama's decision not to attend Trump's 2025 inauguration received mixed reactions. In 2025, Michelle Obama sparked controversy when she chose not to attend Donald Trump's second inauguration. Instead, just hours before the event, which happened to fall on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, she took to Instagram to share a quote from the civil rights leader. "The time is always right to do what is right," she posted, adding her own reflection. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. S. legacy of service always inspires me. Rather than acknowledging the inauguration, Michelle encouraged her followers to honor King's legacy by giving back to their communities. She used the moment to promote the nonprofit group When We All Vote, urging people to get involved. Whether you're mentoring students at your local school or volunteering for a cause that matters to you, it all helps make a difference, she wrote, inviting her followers to share their own stories of service in the comments. While many praised her for standing by her values, others couldn't help but notice her absence, especially since Barack Obama was in attendance. Her decision reignited speculation about the state of their marriage, with some questioning whether their political differences were causing a deeper divide. "That's two major events now that Michelle has skipped, leaving Barack alone. Very disrespectful," one commenter wrote, likely referring to her absence at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Another added, "Michelle, where are you? We miss you, and you better not divorce that good man." Michelle Obama had to shut down divorce rumors. After the affair, rumors came another round of speculation, this time about a possible divorce. Michelle Obama's absence from Donald Trump's second inauguration only added fuel to the fire, with many questioning whether her marriage to Barack Obama was on shaky ground. On top of that, reports surfaced that the couple had lost support from key influential figures. In an attempt to shut down the chatter, Barack took to social media on January 17, 2025, to post a heartfelt birthday tribute to Michelle. He shared a photo of the two holding hands across a dinner table, captioning it with warm wishes. Michelle backed him up by retweeting the post, adding, "Love you, honey." But despite their public display of affection, the rumors refused to die down. Adding to the speculation, Meghan McCain, daughter of the late U.S. Senator John McCain, spoke about what she had heard on the Citizen McCain podcast with Tara Palmieri. "I've been hearing from reputable people that the Obamas are getting a divorce," she claimed, emphasizing that these weren't just random rumors. "I'm talking about very serious journalists telling me they've heard that the Obama divorce rumors are true." While she acknowledged that divorce speculation had been around for a while, what she recently heard took things in a different direction. "I just heard that they live separate lives," she added. McCain also took a jab at the quality of the photo Barack posted, suggesting it didn't do Michelle any favors. "I would kill Ben Dominic if he put a picture of me on social media with no makeup and that lighting," she quipped, implying that the casual nature of the image only raised more questions. Michelle Obama was dragged into Melania Trump's plagiarized speech scandal. In 2016, Melania Trump took the stage at the Republican National Convention to deliver what was supposed to be a defining speech. However, it didn't take long for people to notice that large portions of it were nearly identical to Michelle Obama's 2008 speech at the Democratic National Convention. As comparisons surfaced, the Trump campaign scrambled to do damage control. Spokesperson Jason Miller initially denied any wrongdoing, insisting that there was no plagiarism. But soon after, Meredith McIver, a staff writer for the Trump campaign, stepped forward and took the blame. "This was my mistake, and I feel terrible for the chaos I have caused Melania and the Trumps, as well as to Mrs. Obama," McIver admitted. She explained that Melania had taken notes from Michelle's 2008 speech and wanted to incorporate some of its themes, inadvertently leading to the controversy. Despite having nothing to do with the situation, Michelle Obama found herself dragged into the plagiarism scandal. During an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, she was asked if she sympathized with Melania for the backlash. Colbert even admitted that he personally felt for Melania, but Michelle's response carried a touch of sarcasm. "Yeah, that was tough." When pressed on whether she had sympathy for political spouses in general, Michelle was candid. She made it clear that she didn't see them as passive figures and that they had a choice in supporting their partners. "Bottom line is, If I didn't agree with what Barack was saying, I would not support his run. So I stand there proudly, and I hope they are too, standing with their spouses proudly. So no sympathy. Michelle was furious at Barack for cozying up to Trump. Donald Trump has a long history of attacking Barack Obama, often pushing baseless conspiracy theories about the former president. One of the most infamous claims he supported was the so-called birther movement, the false allegation that Obama was born in Kenya instead of Hawaii. Even after Obama released his birth certificate to put the rumors to rest, Trump refused to back down. For Michelle Obama, this wasn't just another political stunt. It was personal. In her 2018 memoir, Becoming, she made it clear that she would never forgive Trump for spreading such dangerous lies, saying his actions put her family's safety at risk. The birthers hardly concealed their racism and xenophobia and fear of foreigners, but it was also dangerous, deliberately meant to stir up the wingnuts and kooks. I feared the reaction of the people who believed these lies, she wrote. Barack, for his part, hasn't held back on criticizing Trump either, but he admits that Michelle's feelings on the matter run even deeper. Speaking to a group of Black voters for Harris in October 2024, he hinted at just how sharp her words would be. "These aren't ordinary times, and these are not ordinary elections," he told the crowd. "You're lucky Michelle's not here." Michelle's absence from key events involving Trump has only fueled speculation. She was noticeably missing from two major occasions where Barack had to interact with his former political rival, including Jimmy Carter's funeral. Despite their history, Barack appeared to have no issue making small talk with Trump, even sharing a few laughs while seated together in the pews. But according to page 6, Michelle was not pleased. "I'm told she was furious at seeing her husband yucking it up with Trump at the Carter funeral," a source claimed in January 2025. Michelle is totally over Washington, D.C. During Barack Obama's 2 terms in office, Michelle Obama was an active and engaged First Lady, balancing a demanding schedule while raising their daughters, Malia and Sasha. But by the time those 8 years were up, she was more than ready to move on. Aside from returning in September 2022 to unveil their official White House portraits, Michelle has made it clear she has no desire to go back. "We were good when it was time to go," she told Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show in April 2023, admitting she never even dreams about her time there. "We were so glad to get in that back motorcade and to go home to our house," she said, recalling another return visit for Joe Biden's inauguration. After leaving the White House, the Obamas stayed in Washington, D.C., so their youngest daughter, Sasha, could finish high school at Sidwell Friends. But once she graduated in 2019, Michelle was ready to move on, though they still kept their mansion in the Kalorama neighborhood. Despite maintaining a home in D.C., Michelle has no interest in the political scene anymore. "Michelle is fed up with the political circus," a source told page 6. Barack, on the other hand, isn't quite as ready to walk away. In 2024, CNN speculated that he remains deeply invested in politics, determined to protect his presidential legacy and stay involved in the fight. Michelle Obama's designer sneakers didn't sit well with the media. While Michelle Obama has often found herself at the center of controversies that had little to do with her actions, some of her own choices have also drawn criticism. One such moment came in 2009 when she volunteered at a food bank in Washington, D.C., wearing a pair of high-end French designer sneakers, sparking debates about privilege and whether she was out of touch with everyday Americans. The then First Lady's choice of footwear quickly became a media talking point. The early show co-anchor, Maggie Rodriguez, noted that Michelle seemed to treat the sneakers as just another pair of casual shoes, despite their hefty price tag. "She used them to walk the dog," Rodriguez said. "She says she wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning to walk her dog, and her response to all this was, 'They're just shoes, but they're expensive shoes.'" Fashion experts were quick to weigh in, with Daily News fashion editor Amy DeLuna identifying the shoes as likely being from the French luxury label Lanvin. one of the hottest designer brands at the time. The metallic pink toe caps and suede detailing made it clear they weren't your average sneakers. DeLuna also pointed out that Michelle had been spotted in another Lanvin piece just a week prior. A week ago, Michelle shoveled dirt at a tree planting while wearing the line's chiffon tank, she noted. Dresses and strappy pumps cost upward of $1,500, while tops go for $400 to $1,000. Michelle Obama's pricey book tour was frowned upon by die-hard fans. In 2018, Michelle Obama embarked on a 10-city North American book tour to promote her memoir, Becoming. The book shares her journey from growing up in a modest South Side Chicago home, where she and her brother slept in the living room and considered pizza a luxury, to becoming the First Lady of the United States. While her story resonates with those who come from humble beginnings, the high price of tickets to her tour left many feeling shut out. At her Chicago event, 20,000 seats were available at an affordable $29.50, but they sold out almost instantly. The remaining tickets ranged from $500 to $3,000, making access to the event more of a privilege for the elite than for the everyday people Michelle has long championed. Michelle Duster, author of Michelle Obama's Impact on African American Women and Girls and a longtime admirer of the former First Lady, was particularly disappointed. "I didn't anticipate the lowest price would be $500 5 minutes into the ticket sales," Duster said. "I think there's a disconnect between what they stand for, what they have worked for, and these ticket prices." Fans also voiced their frustrations on social media. "I love Michelle Obama, I do. She is everything. But I am sorely disappointed in how expensive these book tour tickets are," one person tweeted. Michelle Obama was under fire for a controversial statement in 2008. Being a role model comes with its challenges, and sometimes even a single phrase can spark major controversy. In 2008, while campaigning for her husband's first presidential run, Michelle Obama made a comment that some interpreted as criticism of the U.S. before Barack Obama's rise to political prominence. "For the first time in my adult life, I am proud of my country because it feels like hope is finally making a comeback," she said during a rally in Milwaukee. Realizing the potential for misunderstanding, she clarified her remarks at a later stop in Madison, explaining, "Not just because Barack has done well, but because I think people are hungry for change." Her statement appeared to reflect her optimism about the political shift her husband represented. Still, it wasn't surprising that the comment drew backlash, particularly from Republicans. Cindy McCain, wife of then-presidential candidate John McCain, quickly responded. "I don't know if you heard those words earlier, but I am very proud of my country," she said, according to Fox News. John McCain echoed her sentiments, adding, "I just wanted to make the statement that I have and always will be proud of my country." Barack Obama stepped in to defend Michelle, but his response didn't necessarily smooth things over. What she was referring to is this was the first time she'd been proud of politics in America, he explained. Michelle Obama's bare arms made controversial headlines. From her official White House portrait in a sleeveless black Michael Kors shift dress to the bold purple ensemble she wore at Barack Obama's first congressional address in 2009, Michelle Obama's toned arms became one of her signature looks. But while her choice to go sleeveless was a simple fashion statement, it wasn't without controversy. Chicago Tribune-style reporter Wendy Donahue revealed that Michelle's outfit sparked strong reactions from readers. Most of the complaints centered on the dress conveying a sense of informality on a serious occasion, Donahue told ABC News. Critics also pointed out that her sleeveless dresses seemed out of place given the winter season and formal setting. However, others believed the backlash was about more than just fashion. Letitia Baldridge, former social secretary to Jackie Kennedy, dismissed the controversy, telling HuffPost that sleeveless dresses were nothing new in the White House. "We wore sleeveless dresses all the time," she said, noting that Jackie Kennedy was also a fan of the style. "It was the fashion of the times, and it was fine then and is fine now." Spelman College professor and historian William Jelani Cobb saw the criticism as deeper than just wardrobe choices. He argued that the focus on Michelle's arms was a way to diminish her intellect and accomplishments. "We've reduced it to what her arms look like and what she's wearing," Cobb explained, adding that many likely felt intimidated by her presence and achievements. Ultimately, what some saw as a fashion choice became a larger conversation about race, gender, and the way powerful women, especially Black women, are scrutinized in the public eye. Michelle Obama was criticized for ruining school lunches. Michelle Obama has been a passionate advocate for healthier school meals, spearheading initiatives like Let's Move, and playing a key role in the passage of the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010 and the updated USDA guidelines in 2012. Her efforts aim to improve nutrition for millions of children across the country. "As First Lady, this isn't just a policy issue for me," she stated on the Let's Move website. "This is my passion. This is my mission." Her work had a measurable impact. Jessica Jones-Smith, a faculty member in the Nutritional Sciences program at the University of Washington's School of Public Health, highlighted just how widespread the program's reach was. "Pre-pandemic, it served over 30 million children per day," she explained in an interview. Additionally, this policy holds potential to more positively impact lower-income children. But despite the good intentions, not everyone was happy with the changes, especially students. While the new guidelines ensured healthier options, many kids weren't actually eating them, leading to an increase in food waste. Studies showed that fruits and vegetables were often left untouched, and students took to social media to vent their frustration. The hashtag #Thanks Michelle Obama went viral, with kids sarcastically blaming her for their unappetizing meals. "Grilled cheese and plastic for lunch? Yummy?" one user tweeted in a since-deleted post. Another shared a photo of their tray, writing, "This is considered a meal number, thanks Michelle Obama." Michelle continues to be a topic of conversation, whether she addresses the chatter or not. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Michelle Obama's biggest controversies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more viral updates.